Hey everyone, it's Susan Pierce Thompson and welcome to the weekly vlog. This week I want to address someone's question that they sent in, and give me a second here. I have to read it off my computer because my printer's on the fritz. So bear with me. Okay. Hi Susan, question for the weekly vlog. They didn't sign their name, but I don't think they're a native English speaker. At the bottom they say, P.S. please excuse my English. So, hi Susan, question for the weekly vlog. How to manage healthy lifestyle without quitting job, moving into forest, and living in a hut. All the information on the internet are contradictory. Eat whole food, but only organic, even though we must take pricey supplements. If the organic food is not enough because of the pollution of soil, water, and air, how come the supplements are okay? All household items must be exchanged. Cookware, hygiene products, clothes, light bulbs, all organic, eco, bio, etc., etc. Water must be filtered, but even then we breathe polluted air and we live stressed lives, and we're going to end up with leaky gut, hormones imbalanced, sick anyways. How, for average person with small income, is it possible to include all healthy tips into life? I have been flooded recently with great programs for healing many things, but they cost also money. Now I feel a bit discouraged because I know our world is sick, but I can't escape it. I cannot afford all of this, neither time nor money-wise. I am writing to you because I know you are a good, smart person who has an opinion on it. Please help me to set my mind on this topic. Please excuse my English. Oh, I wish I knew your name. I want to give you a hug. Oh my goodness. I feel you. That sounds like how I felt when I was growing up in this world. I grew up in this world at a time when we were in a Cold War with Russia, and there just was this feeling of like impending doom. We were learning that the environment was messed up and there was a hole in the ozone layer and there was rainforest deforestation happening and this nuclear Cold War with Russia. And I remember feeling like that. I grew out of feeling like that. I somehow managed to learn not to feel like that. And I just want to share with you how important I think it is to protect our peace of mind in the world that we live in today. And it sounds like some of the newsletters or the things that you're subscribed to online aren't serving your highest interests of peace and a feeling of tranquility in the world. I do think that there's good news here, because what I've seen helping people to get happy, thin, and free over the years that I've been doing it is that there are just a few things that we can do that are the biggest needle movers. Just a few things we can do that are the biggest needle movers. And they are: stop eating sugar altogether. Stop eating flour altogether. Eat 3 meals a day with nothing in between, and eat a ton of vegetables. If you just do those things, bright lines for sugar, flour, and meals, and make sure that every lunch and dinner you are eating a ton of vegetables. Enough said. That right there, in my opinion, will take your health 90% good. Those are the needle movers. No sugar, no flour. Eat 3 meals a day, nothing in between, and eat a ton of vegetables. Now, I hear you on the organic, so supplements, don't take them. Get all your nutrition from healthy food. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. If you eat a ton of vegetables, you're going to be in good stead. Organic, not organic. I buy organic food and I'm a fan of organic food. I think it's way more important that you eat vegetables than that you worry about the organic or not organic. I'm a fan of organic vegetables. If you can afford it, do it. And there are certain foods like grapes, for example, strawberries, foods that, get really heavily sprayed, and for those ones you'd be better off buying organic. There's other foods, avocado, bananas, things that have, a skin that you're going to peel off, that you can probably save your money and not buy organic on those ones. So you can pick and choose on that one. I think keep it simple. It sounds like if you put on some blinders to all of that chatter about how to be maximally healthy, that would be good. And then I encourage you to do something that I really do. I haven't needed to institute it as a practice. I just notice that I do it naturally. I focus on the areas of life where I have control, where I have influence, where I can make a difference. And I do my best to minimize or eliminate or ignore inputs coming in about things that I can't control. The news is a good example. I got no control over that stuff. I don't watch it. I mean, really, I've probably watched an hour of TV cumulatively over the last 2 years. I just don't watch TV. I just don't. I don't listen to news radio. I just don't expose myself to a bunch of stuff that I can't control, that I don't have input to. Instead, I call friends that I can support, and I get support. I narrow my world down to my sphere of influence, and then I make sure that I have an amazing positive influence locally on the people and the things that I can impact. And that really minimizes that feeling of swirling around in a big, sick world that has all of these problems. The reality is I'm pretty healthy. The people close to me are pretty healthy. My local environment is pretty healthy. And there's other ways of looking at the world that make the world seem pretty healthy. We have more prosperity than we've ever had on this planet. More people living good, healthy lives than has ever existed in this human world. More people living with things like toilets and running water and healthy food to eat than has ever existed. We live in an age of abundant prosperity. Enjoy what's good about your life. Focus on the things that you can control. And when it comes to being healthy, eat 3 meals a day with no sugar and no flour, and make sure you're eating a ton of vegetables. And let the rest be. Let the rest be. Because the reality is that health comes from peace and happiness. It doesn't come from the perfect supplements and the right combinations, and that's not health. Health comes from a life well lived, a life of meaning and connection. So put your focus there and let the rest be. Thanks for writing in. And if you have something you'd like me to address on the weekly vlog, send it in. I'm at susan@brightlineeating.com. I'll see you next week.